here in France on Thursday has gained some international attention as well. An avalanche near Chamonix that killed 9 climbers, unfortunately.
That's right. We're going to take a look at just some front pages to show you how it's getting some attention. First of all, The Guardian, it's on the front page there. You see a photo of rescue workers on Mont Maudit, as it's called. 9 killed on the cursed mountain, says The Guardian. It's also on the cover of the International Herald Tribune here, where you see a search and a rescue helicopter flying over the avalanche zone. They call it the Alpine disaster.
Okay. Well, moving on to another story. Syria continuing to get a lot of international attention, particularly in The Independent. Some serious allegations in that.
That's right. There's an article in The Independent that says that Syria is accused of using cluster bombs against civilians. Now, this comes after videos were posted online that were allegedly filmed in the Hama province that show what experts believe to be cluster munitions. For instance, there's one video that shows about 15 unexploded bomblets, as they're called, which were identified by arms experts at Human Rights Watch and the Geneva International Center for Humanitarian Demining. Now, these are weapons that kill and maim indiscriminately and that can remain lethal for many, many years. 98% of cluster bomb casualties are civilians. Now, 111 countries have signed a convention that bans cluster bombs, but not Syria, and Syria is believed to have a stockpile of these weapons. So if this proves to be true, it could increase pressure against the regime.
Indeed. Okay, well, moving on to perhaps slightly happier stories, but maybe not. The Olympics coming up, just 2 weeks, 14 days to go now, and they are also on a lot of
getting a lot of
today.
attention today. For instance, it's in the editorial of The Guardian, which focuses on the security situation around the Olympics, especially after an extra 3,500 troops were put on security duty around the Games. This after the G4S security giant that was in charge of security turned out they weren't able to deliver the number of staff that they had been contracted to. So according to The Guardian, the decision to bring in the military is inescapable and depressing. And according to this article, it reflects badly on everybody, the G4S security company, the organizers, and the Home Office, especially because it comes so late in the game, just 14 days to go. And in this editorial, The Guardian points out that 7 years ago, London was awarded the Games, and very shortly afterwards, there was the London bombings, and that proved that security was going to be paramount in these Games. And so, according to this article, it means that the confidence that the organizers had might seem a little naive at this point.
Okay, well, we're going to stay with the Olympics because The Independent, staying with British papers, they want people to get into the spirit of the Olympics.
That's right. There's an interesting article in The Independent that says, let the moaning end and let the Games begin, because a lot of the coverage up until this point has been on the problems of the organizers, etc. So The Independent says, get into the spirit. There's also another exciting article in The Independent in terms of gender equality, because for the very first time in Olympic history, all of the 204 participating nations will have female athletes. This comes after Saudi Arabia caved into pressure, and we'll have 2 female athletes, a martial artist and an 800-meter runner. They will be the first women to represent their country.
Okay, so 2 slightly happier Olympic stories. And we do know that Londoners do love moaning, though, so we'll watch this space and see if they enjoy the Olympics. But staying with the Olympics as well, because the US team's official uniform has been getting quite a lot of criticism. Tell us why.
That's right. Well, the USA's red, white, and blue Ralph Lauren designed uniform is actually made in China, and this has caused uproar in the United States, including from Capitol Hill. It seems to be the only thing that Democrats and Republicans can agree on right now is that this is outrageous. For instance, here's a quote from the Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, who says that the U.S. Olympic Committee should be ashamed of themselves. I think they should take all the uniforms, put them in a big pile, and burn them.
Wow.
So very harsh words
Naked
from Harry.
athletes as a result.
Exactly. But what's interesting is that this was already the case back in 2008, so it's unclear exactly why this has happened again. And Lorna, if you're interested, you can buy this uniform on Ralph Lauren's website, but you will have to cough up between $1,500 and $2,000.
Oh, I'm not sure. France 24 don't pay me enough for that. But thank you very much indeed, Florence, for that look at all today's international headlines. Well, still to come here on Live from